I am the CEO of a landscaping company. We have 5 full-time employees, and we are aimed at just over $600,000 in revenue this year, up from about 520 last year. And my question for you is, utilizing the principles that I've heard you say many times on your shows of purchasing a business and using profit of the business to then pay off the owner over a course of several years. My question is, we still have some business debt that we're working on. We've gotten rid of our personal debt and we're working on the business debt still. Would it be wise to purchase a second business utilizing those principles of paying the owner of that business, or the former owner in that case, only from the profits? I've heard you talk about it, so forgive me if I'm a little choppy with my delivery.
No, I got you. I know what you're saying. So how much business debt do you have now?
$105,000.
On what?
So before Dave, were very, very dumb. And the phrase you use, try to out-earn your stupid, would 100% apply to me. And we had debt on everything you could imagine. We had debt on literally nothing, right? Unsecured debt on nothing, right? Paying for a Gatorade from 4 years ago. And so currently right now, what we have left is we had a line of credit that we had maxed out several years ago, and now we've converted it to just an installment loan. And so it's about halfway gone. There's about $24,000 left on it. And then we had a COVID relief loan. Same conversation. It was $50,000. There's about half left, about $24,000 on it, coincidentally. And then around $50,000, a little over $50,000 left on the property that the business is on. So I don't know I know sometimes you talk about the real estate different than the business itself, but there's around $50,000 owed on the property.
So what's your profit on $600,000?
Currently we sit at 70 for this year. We're right at 500,000 now, and we're currently sitting at 76,000 in profit right today, the current P&L. And that's after I've been paid. That's after all payroll is paid. So
what are you paid? How much are you paid out of that?
In a given year, it's around 73. I don't know what it is to date.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to make 120. You're going to make 100 by the end of the year profit.
Yeah, I think it'll trend a little more than that. Honestly.
But it's not. It's not. It might maybe 110. It's not 180. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So you're making $100,000 a year, plus you're paying yourself 70. So you're making 170. You owe 50 and 50. The problem is that if you take on this other business, even with the formula we use, the process that we use that you're talking about, it's going to take up more of your brain space.
That was my concern. Yes, sir.
And it's possible that could cause the current business to become less profitable because you're trying to spin more plates.
That makes sense. That was my main concern. Will it to be a distraction?
Yeah, exactly. So what is it? I mean, I'm curious, if you're buying a landscaping business, what do you get?
Well, it would be a landscape supply business is the business in question. So I own the landscaping company, and so it would be able to sell hardscape materials.
So like a nursery. You're like buying a nursery.
Yeah, it's not a nursery, but yes, it's more of the hardscape supplies.
Oh, it's only the hardscape. You're not selling plants.
Correct. No plants. Correct. But same church, different pew.
Yeah. So
right?
you're going vertical rather than horizontal. Okay. And what are the numbers on the business? I'm just curious.
Honestly, I didn't get anywhere near that far yet. This is more of is this a smart diversification? I didn't put a lot of brain power in it yet because I was worried it would be a waste of time. And so the question's a little bit more philosophical.
Yeah, I got you. I'm okay with that. I'm just curious. Just trying to figure out how all this works together. Okay, diversification, vertical or horizontal, is not a bad thing. Buying up competitors or buying up suppliers in this case is not a bad thing, so that you've got more control of your workflow. You make profit on both ends. You're controlling the sale of the hardscape, and you're controlling the purchase of the hardscape. So this is really great. All of that is positive. It is a new business. It's a business you've never been in.
Correct.
Because it's not the business you're in now. It's a completely different. You're dealing with both wholesale purchasers like yourself, and you're probably dealing with some direct-to-consumer purchases, right? Some retail.
Yes, sir.
Little Susie needs a rock for her front yard, and she wants to come by and buy it. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the whole idea. I always answer the question, and the reason I'm just hedging around, I'm turning it over in my little brain. Is what would I do if I were in your shoes? Okay. I like the cleanliness of being debt-free so much that I have, throughout my 40-year career, 35-year career at Ramsey, I have curtailed our growth if it meant being in debt. Okay? In other words, I've not done things that required debt, and so we have grown slower, but more sure-footedly. The way that would apply to your situation is it would cause me to pay off the debts before I start buying businesses.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do that here because I want to be more sure-footed. I'm moving into a new business that I don't that is different than landscaping. It's a cousin, but it's different because you've got a different type of retail customer here, more of a do-it-yourselfer. You've also got the wholesaler like you. So some of your current competitors, gosh, I don't know if they'll buy from you or not if they know you own it.
Well, yeah, correct. Excellent variable that I just don't know the answer to.
I don't either.
Absolutely.
I don't either. And I don't want to learn all of that while I owe this other guy money out of the profits, and I'm over here trying to pay back a stupid COVID loan.
Okay, yes, I see what you're saying.
If I'm going to learn those lessons, I want to learn those lessons with more margin in my brain and more margin in my bottom line to do that. So it's probably a hard pass for me. It's one of those times I'm going to grow a little slower so that I'm sure-footed and I'm debt-free is what that means in my case or your case. So, yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's worth having the discussion. I appreciate your question. It's a good question. You're obviously doing a great job running the business you're running. Yeah, I would say whatever brain power and bandwidth you have that you might have applied to that, I would apply it to running your gross revs and your profits up over there. Let's just try to, instead of adding $100,000 a year to this thing, let's add $200,000 or $300,000 to this thing. And let's spend our energy there doing something we know how to do that creates a predictable result that's templated almost, versus stepping over into something that's more unknown and higher risk for that reason. It's not that high risk, but it is higher just because of the unknown. It's a cool question, Luke. Very cool. Thank you for calling in with that. I love it. Very, very good stuff.